Right then guys, welcome to another week's video. It's Saturday, it can only mean one thing. Let's do some work on this van. But before we do that, I'm going to try and get this haircut. So before we start, fresh haircut in 1, 2, 3. Right, haircut's done. Let's get some work done on this van. Come on, let's go. Let's get some work done. Let's get going then, Polly. So right then, how are we all? Hope you're all keeping okay. Like I said, Saturday, let's get some work done in this van. One big change from last week, and I'll show you what I've decided to do. I changed to the colour. I did say it was possibly coming, and I'll show you the reasons why I've changed and why I've changed the paint as well. So I'll quickly spin you back round, and I'll show you what I'm going to try and do this week. It's going to be bodywork. That's all I've really got left to do. It's not all that I've got left to do. For the outside, I've got absolutely shit loads to do. But you know, we're almost at the stage where we can start painting the outside, which will make it look a ton better. So I'm going to do some filler work and body work. Last weekend, weather was terrible, just rained again. But I may have a solution to my painting problems. But that might be another video of what I've done, and it's cheap, so if you do it at home and this works, this could be a game changer for us home enthusiasts. So I'll do that in another video, but I'll show you what we're going to do and what I've done differently this week, guys. Let's have a look. So you'll see from the back I've changed the colour. I've gone slightly darker with the grey, and I've binned off the combi colour, and for two reasons really. First reason, the colour was just too light for me. I wanted to go slightly darker on the grey, and I have done. And the second reason, which was putting me off slightly, I mean, make your own opinions of it, but it was just taking too long to dry for outside. This top one now, I know that needs polishing, but that's cellulose, and literally that was drying in. The coach was drying in 5 or 10 minutes last weekend. Yet this combi colour stuff takes hours and hours and hours to dry. And obviously being around the garage and things just, or even the slightest bit of wind, it was just impossible to try and keep the panels clean. I mean, this colour might work for people that have got units and whatnot else to put them in, but for me outside it just wasn't working. So before I started painting too much of the van, I've changed my mind, and I've gone with a cellulose. But what, I'm not going to waste it, so what I am going to do, I'll quickly show you one of the repairs today. There's that repair down there, dent in the door and quarter, that I'm going to try and do and get ready for paint. But I'm going to use it as like a primer, because it's, you know, the combi colour has got like a rust inhibitor in it, so we may as well use it. And I'm going to roll it on, flat it back before we put the top coat on, to use it as sort of a base coat. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do this weekend, just start getting this stuff in, getting some filler work done and some body work done, and then hopefully that side will be ready for paint. And hopefully the thing that I've got, which I will show you, or is going to help us get this thing painted and get the wind off us and give us somewhere to actually paint this van. And for cheap. So you know me by now, I've not been spending a lot of money on things, but cheap. So guys, I hope you enjoy this week's video. It will be just body work, but it's an update. Trying to think what else I'm waiting for. Just got to sort them window door seals out and then start working on the inside. Just going to be body work, I think, on the outside now. So I hope you enjoy the video. And I'll catch you all in a bit. Right then guys, another thing as well, I've used that gear linkage refurbished kit for the last 2 weeks, and I'll be honest, it's been absolutely brilliant. Definitely worth the money. So if your gear stick is like stirring soup, which one of my commenters said, which I thought was quite funny, have a go with that. It's a game changer really. I mean, the only thing I'm not massively still impressed with, and I said it in the video, is that reverse gear, but that's probably got nothing to do with that kit. That's probably something gearbox end that I need to look at, but no more, it's worth it for no more second gear face. And another subscriber says that wouldn't be a bad thing to put on a sticker, so I've used it for 2 weeks and no more. Let's try and get it into second gear, or worrying every time you've got to get it, panicking every time you've got to put it into second gear. So it's lovely, to be fair. Well worth doing, and if I can do it, you guys can do it too. You saw from the video, not a really complex job really. Bit tricky at times to get the bits put together, but with a bit of heat with that air dryer, it was absolutely sound. So something that I would definitely recommend you do if yours was as bad as mine. Yeah, I'm going to carry on knocking some of this filler off, and see what else we can get done. Right guys, second coat of, or second covering of filler on that door and that front panel. I do hear on YouTube videos about, you know, you should take 3 skims of filler to do a repair. And I'll be honest, for you that are all starting out, to me it's just nonsense. It takes as many skims as what it takes to get it repaired and right, and what you're happy with. If that's 5 or 6, that's 5 or 6. But you know, I'm never in the trade of, you know, when I was probably doing it every day, I could probably do most repairs in maybe 2 or 3 skims. But you know, we're not doing this every day. A lot of you won't be doing this every day as your job. So just get them right, get them as good as what you're happy with. So a few YouTube videos I've watched with stuff like that, it's got to be 3 skims, and you know, then the second skim, to me it's a load of nonsense. Just get them right. They're your vans, just do what you like with them. Just they're your vans, just get them as good as what you can get them to look. So this is going to be now, even though I've worked in the trade like about 5 years ago, it's going to be no show van. It's just going to be a van that I want to use, especially because we're stuck outside as well. The only other issue as well, I was going to quickly show you, put some fiberglass again down them seams. These are going to be interesting to see whether these work. So as you can see, there's a seam there that's gone, but that's starting to go rusty again on that seam. But in all fairness, that primer has been on all winter, so you know, we do need to start thinking about putting some paint on this van. So what I've done, that was the same. So I've rubbed all that out again on the seam, and I've put some fiberglass over. I'm going to cover it with some of that Rust-Oleum, and I'm going to see whether that comes back through. If it does, we're going to have to probably grind into all these seams. I mean, I don't want them going rusty down the seams a few months after painting. So yeah, I'm going to be interested to see what happens with these seams. I mean, I know we put in a video not long back, I like to see it without all the seams and it just being smooth. I think it looks really nice, but I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. I say changing our mind on different things all the time now. But yeah, see what happens. So I'm going to carry on knocking the filler off that door. So I'm trying to do that repair today, get some paint on that. And when I say paint, I'm just going to roll on that Rust-Oleum and then work my way down the van. And then hopefully we can start getting this. Hopefully we can get this side in paint in the next couple of weeks in our new spray booth, but that's all to come. Stay tuned. So just putting on my last skimmer filler there on that door repair, and then I'll I won't use 80 grit this year, I'll use 120 to make it a bit smoother. I'm going to have a go at that. It's quite a big repair there. Remember, it's quite a while back now, but remember we took out the old sort of cooker holes and fridge holes there where the exhaust comes out for the old fridge, and this there on that seam. So I've dug the seam out, I've put some more fiberglass, and I'll give it a skim of filler. And I'm going to just do this one for now, and then I'm going to roll onto that combi colour, and I'm going to see whether that rust comes back through that seam. If it does, I don't know what we're going to do. If you guys know, stick it in the comments below, but I don't really want to paint the van and then it will start to seep through on these seams, because it just won't look the best. So I'm going to carry on with that, probably get that done today. Right then guys, that's all the filler work done. Well, it's not all the filler work done, that's that repair done. And then there's the door at the front. I'm happy with both those repairs, to be fair. So what I'm going to do now, it's getting kind of late on in the afternoon, I'm going to just put that roll of that combi colour on to protect that, and then once that's dry I'll flat that back and use it we can use it as a primer. And I think that might be good because it's got the rust inhibitor in. And then I'm going to concentrate with that seam if that works. And there's quite a nasty dent there. It doesn't look that bad there with the primer on, but I'm going to get these covered first in case I have to stop for the evening. So I'm going to do that, just bear with me. And yeah guys, that's how I'm going to use it. It looks a bit sort of patchwork quilty, I know that at the minute, but this is the issues with obviously not having anywhere to paint. But the one good thing is about using a semi-gloss as a bit of a, if you can see, you get quite a shine on it. You can get a bit of a shine on it, so you can see whether your sort of repair's any good, and whether you can still see the dents, and that's pretty good, to be fair, down there. Door needs pulling out just a touch though, it's a bit, gap's a bit rubbish, and the same with that there. Look down the side, you can tell whether your filler works any good, and if not, you just do a little bit more. But what I'll do with that, I'll wait for that to dry, and that will take ages. That is my only issue with this paint, is the time it takes to dry outside, or else I'd be using it, simple as that, because I do like it. But for me, outside it's just not drying fast enough. That'll be tacky for hours and hours. Any bits of wind and that, it will just ends up in the paint. It's no good for me, unfortunately. I need something that's going to dry fairly quick outside, and that cellulose sort of does the job. So yeah, I'm going to carry on. Right then, it's Sunday. I'll show you what I've been doing. I've put that on yesterday. Oh, the camera's dead dark. What's going on? It's just a grey, I guess, in the dark. Yeah, I've put that on and I've given it a flat back, and I'm happy with the repair. It needs a little bit more sort of work around here. Give it a flat, then probably give it another quick coat. Same with the front door there. Give it a flat back with 400 with a block, wet and dry. That was the repair there. So that'll be all right, I think, to use as a primer. And then I can just paint over it. I'd say that's what I'm more interested in. I want to see what that seam looks like in a few days' time, whether it starts, the rust starts to come through that seam line. Can't see the line at the minute, but we'll see, and then we'll have to rethink. But I want to do that like a test patch really before we carry on and move on. I'm gonna have a go with that repair on that door. I'm I'm going to carry on with that. I think that's going to be pretty much it for this week's video. Yeah guys, that's going to be pretty much me done for this video. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you've all got to the end. And again, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for all your comments as well. The comments are really amazing. Really push us through. Well, really push me through on the work that I've got to do to the van. So guys, again, I'll try and put a video on next week. Hopefully we can start getting this painted, as I've said. Guys, stay safe. Thank you again for supporting the channel, and I'll see you all